Boom. All right, what's up, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about how Riot Blockchain, along with the rest of the Bitcoin mining sector, is on absolute fire right now. Riot is currently my favorite name in the space personally, which is why it's going to be the focus of today's video. But good times all around, you guys. Bitcoin continues to break to new all-time highs. I'm feeling very confident that we'll be seeing $75,000 to $80,000 per BTC by the end of this week, which of course means good times ahead for all of our favorite Bitcoin miners. But more importantly, the Waves fam. You guys, today was personally my biggest day in the portfolios for a very, very long time, which means I know a lot of you are eating good today as well. Money's great, you guys, but it feels way better to know that we're all winning together. So cheers to that, you guys. Great day in the portfolio. I'm just super excited for the days, weeks, and months to come because the holiday season's here, baby. Again, the Waves fam thrives in volatility. So we're kicking off the month of November with an absolute bang. And again, just cheers to the day and cheers to the future. All right, so let's dive in, you guys. As always, we'll quickly go over a few of the topics we'll be discussing, and then we'll dive in. Going to be pretty simple today. We're simply going to be looking at Riot Blockchain on the charts, talking technicals. We will, of course, take a look at BTC as well. If we're talking Bitcoin miners, it only makes sense to do a Bitcoin analysis. So we'll take a quick look at BTC prior to jumping into the miners. Take a look at Riot. Spend the majority of our time talking about Riot. I want to justify the price target you see in front of us for you as we dive into these charts. Pretty simple, pretty optimistic, but I'm feeling like this is very attainable, especially seeing how today went down. And after hours as well, it's not showing anymore, but Riot is up like 7% in after hours, which you absolutely love to see as of Monday, November 8th, the time of recording, okay? After Riot, we will close out the video by taking a quick look at Marathon Digital, or Mara. I do want to make the comparison. You guys know I've been saying that Riot is due to play some catch up with Mara. Mara is significantly ahead of Riot at this point, and even if it plays a little game of catch up, I do think Riot is due for some very impressive price action, especially relative to Marathon Digital, and I will explain why that is, of course, again, as we dive into Mara on the charts. Okay, so those are the three names we're going to be looking at today, but first, I want to read through this bad boy, okay? Just celebrate the day. Again, you guys, it was a big day for the fam, not only because Bitcoin miners were crushing, but because I know a lot of us had some calls in Blink as well and some EV plays, which absolutely spiked. Right after I record this video, I will be recording a video talking Blink and that infrastructure bill, so stay tuned for that. But right now, let's do some celebrating, okay? So what a day, Waves fam. It'd be difficult to kick off the week any stronger. I don't know if I've ever been this pumped on a Monday in my entire life. Our two favorite sectors, crypto and EVs, are dominating the markets right now. And thankfully, the portfolio was perfectly prepared for the price action that we're seeing today. It arguably couldn't have been more well-positioned, so I'm feeling especially thankful. Again, you guys, if you guys know what the portfolio was looking like going into this week, I hope you experienced it along with me, okay? This is one of those life-changing gains kind of days, guys. We're fortunate enough to have experienced days like these many times in the past, but this one feels different. This one feels like the beginning of the Waves fam's second wave. Again, you guys, you know the good old two-wave pattern. This one feels like our two-wave pattern. We ran these markets last holiday season, so let's see if we can go 2 for 2, baby. I've been telling you guys the winter months are where we thrive. The weather's cooling. The team is heating up. I'm stoked for the days and weeks ahead of us, guys. Get excited for the future, but always remember to appreciate the day and stay present. It's especially important when things begin to move this fast. Most importantly, realize some of the profits and treat you and your loved ones to a beautiful meal or experience. Steak and sushi. Cannot wait until the weekend. We're grubbing down tonight. This game is fun to play and even funner to win, but it's not solidified with a win until you make those numbers tangible. Again, you guys, make some profits, take some profits. Even if you're still bullish, the responsible thing is to at least take a little bit of profits. It is going to be an especially green Christmas this year. Cheers again, family. Celebratory talk over. Let's talk some trades, and again, we'll talk some charts. Of course, you guys, if you do want one of these bad boys in your email inbox every single trading day during market hours, along with the complete breakdown of my entire personal portfolio, you want to know how I'm personally trading Riot, Mara, bitfarms, the calls I have in place, the specific calls, how I choose to take profits, because I did explain that today in the newsletter as well. Check this out. And again, on top of literally my entire portfolio, so not only cryptos as well, again, EVs, which absolutely crushed today. Those Blink calls up 400, 500%. Insane. if you guys do want a complete breakdown of my entire personal portfolio, again, along with one of these daily complimentary email newsletters, that is going to be the first link down in the description box below. 15 bucks a month, 40 bucks for every 3 months. I could not feel less guilty plugging this on days like today. I think it's a bargain. I'm biased, but again, on days like today, we're proving our worth, and it's really showing that the time you put in and the hours you put in, the time you dedicate to this craft, really pays off today. And again, that's what the game is about. Is always progressing, never giving up, and making money, of course. Okay, so good days all around. Once again, cheers, you guys. Just wanted to shout that out. If you do want to join the Discord as well, the Waves exclusive Discord, you can use code YouTube25 for $25 off. Also, hop in here every trading day, talk shop with you guys, just chop it up and celebrate together. Great community over there. So once again, YouTube 25 if you want 25 bucks off that bad boy. First link down below. And of course, you guys, before we dive into the charts, if you were playing Riot, if you are eating good right now, if you were bagged up going into this week on some plays that absolutely ripped today, please give the video a like. And of course, if you want to follow the journey, if you want to follow the crypto bull rally of 2021, the second wave, the next leg up of this rally as we move into 2022, subscribe to the channel, because crypto content is going to definitely be the face of this channel for the foreseeable future. All right, let's get into it, you guys. Again, we'll kick it off with Bitcoin, then talk some Riot and some Mara. So Bitcoin right now just broke to an all-time high. An hour or two ago, I think, whenever this chart recycled, we broke to a new all-time high at $67,760, BTC's new all-time high. We have been climbing fairly organically, but over the course of the weekend, which is why it wasn't surprising. I mean, the price action was damn impressive, but at the same time, it was not surprising to see the price action amongst the miners that we did as we kicked off this new trading week, because Bitcoin absolutely crushed it over the course of this weekend. That said, I do think Bitcoin is on its way, probably within the next, maybe by the time you guys see this, honestly, to test this previous line of support, and what I do believe will come into play is new resistance. Let's zoom out a little bit over here, get rid of that because it gets distracting. So I do think that this trend line will come into play right here. This was a previous line of support on Bitcoin's previous ascending channel that it was in for a good while over here. So this is a pretty significant trend line. I do think this will come into play, and in the short term, that will take us up to, this looks like we're going to hit a lot sooner. By tomorrow, this would take us to over $70,000, of course, breaking the psychological even of $70,000. Obviously, new all-time highs would be the first time in history we've done it, but that would also lead us to reclaiming this previous ascending channel. And if we do reclaim this older ascending channel that we were in up until the beginning of September, I do think it's very, very likely and honestly pretty probable that we go on to test the top side of this ascending channel mid-November. Let's actually just do this, you guys. I'll keep you updated on this as we go along. But December, end of the month, if this intersects with a very, very long-term line of resistance, I'll cover Bitcoin tomorrow or the next day. And again, I always cover Bitcoin every morning in the newsletter. Maybe I'll throw this in the newsletter with this long-term trend line that is very, very significant for Bitcoin. If these two come to a beautiful intersection, that would take us to about $90,000, just under, in early December. Okay, so super exciting times here, you guys. Of course, Bitcoin's ripping. Bitcoin miners are going to continue to rip, and Riot is significantly below its all-time highs, which is why I'm especially bullish on Riot, as in pretty much this realm where Marathon Digital bitfarms continue to break to new all-time highs, especially Mara, because Riot and Mara, again, we've been following these guys since they were $2-3, you guys. They always play catch-up, no matter what the fundamental differentiators are, which I do think Riot's earnings calls will be that catalyst that lead to significant upside and that real spike in fundamental momentum for the stock that it has been waiting for all this time. I do think Riot deserves to catch up to Mara, at least to an extent. I wouldn't be surprised to see like Mara kind of float around where it is and Riot come back to new all-time highs once again, and maybe even catch up completely, because Riot's all-time high back in February of this year was at $80. Right now, we're at less than half that, while Mara is breaking new all-time highs. So again, you guys, just playing the game like that, playing this game of catch-up that has proven true. It's taken a while, and they've definitely split over time over the past few months. But again, you guys, trends. History doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme, and trends are there for a reason. And that's what this game is. That's what trading is trend spotting. And that is a trend that I've identified personally. And again, my money is always where my mouth is, okay? So we're talking about upside price targets. I do think it's very almost inevitable. Again, right now you guys just in after hours trading, Riot is up another 7%, while Mara is up like 0.7%. So that's just another argument for the fact that Riot is going to, again, I think Slingshot, I'm not saying Mara is going to perform poorly, not by any means. I do think Mara is still going to climb up slowly as Bitcoin does, but I think Riot is going to absolutely whipsaw and slingshot to once again play some catch up. So short term, again, Riot right now is already like up here, but I do think it's almost inevitable, maybe even by week's end, to see Riot make its way up to test this previous line of support as new resistance, which by month's end, and this is by the end of the month, keep in mind, you guys, it's still 3 weeks away. I think it's very possible to hit this at the very least hit this. That would take us to $55, $56 by November 30th if this trend line is tested. But in all honesty, you guys, I think it's very possible that this previous line of support for Riot over the course of the rally we saw at the beginning of this year comes into play. Very significant line of support for Riot has not yet been tested as new resistance. TA 101, previous support, becomes new resistance during rallies. And if we hit this 1 month from today, December 8th, okay, December 8th, that would take us to a $78 Riot. Let's get a price range in here. So Riot from current levels to my initial price targets at, I mean, I think we're gonna hit it way sooner. We're looking at like a just ballpark 40 to 45% move up to test this initial trend line. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if over the next 3 weeks, if 1 month from today, December 8th, we do see pretty much Riot's previous high at just under $80 tested, which of course from $36 is over 2x, about 115% of potential upside. Okay, so again, you guys, it only makes sense to me. Maybe we don't see it. It's anything is possible in these markets, but from everything I've observed, and I've spent a lot of time observing, you guys know that these Bitcoin mining stocks, I think Riot is about to slingshot past Mara. Again, Mara, safe investment, performed significantly outperformed Riot over the past couple of months, but I think it is Riot's time to shine. And again, nothing against Mara. I just think Riot has a way better argument on its side right now. That said, let's close it out with good old Mara. Been dissing her a little, but it's okay. So Mara, again, I do think more upside is possible, but you can see, you guys, Mara, let's take a look at valuations quick just to make that obvious comparison. So Riot, after today's price action, is at a $3.5 billion valuation. Mara is currently at a $7.5 billion valuation. So Mara is over twice the size of Riot. And what I've been saying, you guys, again, Mara, maybe a little more hash power, maybe they mine a little more Bitcoin, maybe they have a little more Bitcoin on their balance sheet, but the operational differences between these two do not justify a 2x in market cap for Mara. Over 2x, actually. Mara is over twice as large as Riot. And again, for a long time, Riot was ahead of Mara. And again, their operational capacity is pretty much still up to par with Mara, okay, aside from the Bitcoin on the balance sheet. But operations-wise, the amount of Bitcoin you are mining and the forward-looking Bitcoin you will mine, Riot and Mara, pretty damn close, okay? Again, definitely close and definitely not skewed enough to justify this difference in valuation. So Mara, from a technical perspective, is reaching pretty much this trend line that Riot was on its Riot, I do think, will be on its way to reach. Okay, so previous line of support, new resistance. Mara is way beyond its all-time high that set back in April. So Mara, over the past few trading sessions, has broken a new all-time highs. Just today broke to a new all-time high, obviously. But I do think that this trend line right here will prove to be a significant line of resistance for Mara, and this could be where we see Mara start to falter. So that said, this would come into play by week's end at about like $85, which is still a very impressive increase from where we're at about 75. Again, like 15% of upside. But again, I do think that this will prove to be a very, very significant line of resistance for Mara. I do think this market cap is too high relative to the other players in the sector. Again, you guys, if you do want updates, want to know how I'm trading BITF and btbt as well, want some charts on those, I will throw those in tomorrow morning's newsletter once again. But and maybe we'll cover them in a video later this week. But yeah, just keeping you guys posted on that if you want it, if you're interested in those two. But Mara, again, I do think that a ceiling is coming into play for Marathon, and I do think that the sky's the limit at this point for Riot. So we'll call it there, you guys. Just let me know down below what your favorite play in this sector is at the moment. If it's BITF, I know a lot of you guys like BITF. If it's BTBT, if it's even GREE, which is starting to catch up. If it's any, but again, mine at the moment is Riot. Riot is the day one. Some of the first videos I ever made on this channel were about Riot Blockchain when it was just a wee young lad at like $2-3. So Riot does hold a sentimental place in my heart. I am biased, so this is a biased review. I'll just say that right at the end. But I hope I was able to kind of argue that's almost sentimental, fundamental, and technical, all the above arguments for Riot in my mind. And yeah, I'm just excited to see how this week plays out and how their earnings play out in the week or so ahead. I think in the next week, I believe November 12th to 16th, Riot is slated to post earnings. There's no exact date as to when that's going to be. It's all just kind of estimates. But just stay on your toes, you guys. I think Riot is absolutely going to blow earnings out of the water with all the progress they've been making. So, yeah, I will give you guys an update video on that once they come around. So, we'll call it there, you guys. Again, let me know in the comments whatever you're thinking about, whatever you want to talk about. If you just want to celebrate, that's perfectly fine too. I'll catch you guys downstairs. And until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.